Hi, in today's video we're going to talk all about reading tarot with reversals. When I started out in my tarot journey, I did not want to read with reversals. Not only did I find it already very overwhelming to learn all 78 tarot card meanings, and I didn't want to learn the reversal meanings on top of that, I thought that all the tarot meanings that I could potentially need were already in the 78 tarot cards. So why would I need to read with reversals? Until I tried it, and I was very pleasantly surprised. I still don't always read with reversals. There are some decks that I just don't read reversals with because I feel like I don't need to or I don't want to. And there are decks that I always read with reversals. So there are a couple of ways that you can interpret reversals. I am going to show you with my Afro Avatar Tarot. But you can see reversals either as the opposite. So with the Hierophant, you could think of tradition, of the regular upright keyword. And then if it is reversed, you can think of literally non-tradition, so going against tradition. Another way to read reversals is by thinking of blocked energy. So when you think of the Hierophant, maybe you associate the keyword religion with it, and then having it in reverse as a blocked energy, you can think that someone is struggling maybe with religion, maybe with deconstructing religion, that sort of idea. So if we do that with the Lovers card, you have the Lovers card being commitment, and the opposite of that, so if it was in reverse, you would think of not going in a commitment, not choosing a commitment, not committing to anything. Or if it is a blocked energy, it just means that you're struggling with making a commitment with someone. And those are the two main ways that I read reversals. And in my practice, there are two ways that I work with reversals. Either I shuffle them in, and I do it like this. So with this deck especially, it's very easy to riffle shuffle. I will divide the deck in two sections, and then instead of doing it like this so that they are both facing the same way, I will rotate one of them so they are both facing the other way. And then I will riffle shuffle like this. And I'll keep doing that. And then I'll shuffle like this to really get them mixed up good. And then if I were to do a 3-card spread, past, present, future, then I would have both reversed as well as upright card meanings. So if in this case past, present, reverse, we would see that the Knight of Swords is reversed in the past position. So you can read this as the Knight of Swords as a blocked energy or as a reversed energy. I personally really like thinking of it as blocked energy. So with the Knight of Swords, for me, one of the main keywords is impulsivity, being super impulsive, but having it be in reverse probably indicates that in the past it has been really hard for this person who this reading is for to be impulsive, and that they maybe were really rigid and they found it really hard to just go out and do fun things because maybe that was something that they struggled with, maybe that was something that they were afraid to do, something like that. And then in the present, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So the Three of Cups to me is about friendship and community, and having it being reversed, you can sort of read it as reversed and blocked at the same time. So for me, I would see this as someone is feeling disconnected from a community or disconnected from a friendship, or with a specific friendship, maybe they're feeling alone. They are feeling like they're not really part of some community, not really part of some group. And then for the Emperor in the future position, it is upright. So I would read it as in the future, you're going to be able to be more in control over your own life and over your friendships as well in a more healthy way. So that is sort of how I would interpret that really quickly with the 3-card spread. What I do is at the end of every reading where I have shuffled in reversals, I'll take out the reversals before I do the next reading, because when I shuffle in reversals, I really think of the topic of the reading that I'm going to do, and I feel like that is how the reversals end up in there. So the reversals are in the reading specifically for the question that I ask. So next time I'm going to ask a different question, I'm not going to need the same reversals, so I'll shuffle in new reversals for the next reading. So what I did for a week ahead reading for myself recently, and actually posted a picture on Instagram using both of these decks, I asked 3 questions. I did my own sort of prediction week ahead reading, and I pulled cards from this deck to answer those questions. And this is one of the spreads that I teach in my tarot course, Tarot 101, which you can find in the description box below. But I'll do the current energy, the potential, and then the best advice for the week ahead. So these are the initial energies, but as with everything, there's going to be something that you struggle with, or I just want to know what the potential struggle could be. So I'm going to take another deck and I'm going to literally turn this entire deck upside down so that all of my images are all in reverse. And I'm going to see, okay, my current energy is the Five of Pentacles, which initially already is a struggle. So instead of asking what my struggle is, I want to know how can I sort of overcome these financial difficulties. So I'll take a card, and in this case, I have it in reverse, the Page of Swords. And I'm going to take the Page of Swords in reverse here. So the Page of Swords is more about curiosity and sort of looking around you, what is going on. So in this case, I feel like I almost need to be less curious, and I need to really focus in on what I'm doing in order to sort of overcome this financial difficulty. And in my mind, and for me, myself, it makes a lot more sense, but I don't want to get too personal here. And then the potential, we have the Ace of Swords, which is about ideas and mental clarity. But what could be the potential block within achieving mental clarity? So I'm going to pull a card, and I have the Five of Cups in reverse. And it's funny because the Five of Cups already is some sort of a negative card, but within the Five of Cups, wow, within the Five of Cups, we see grief, and this person is really holding on to grief. So when it's in reverse, I would read this as someone not allowing themselves to feel grief, not allowing themselves to feel a little emotional sometimes. So I'm not going to be able to create mental clarity if I don't address any emotional difficulties that I am facing, because just because I have emotional difficulties doesn't mean that I should sort of just push them aside and pretend that they're not there, because that is not going to help me achieve mental clarity. I hope I'm explaining this all correctly, but reading with reversals in this way, I think, is a really, really great exercise, especially if you are more advanced in tarot, I guess. But I think beginners could also benefit from this. And then with the Hanged Man in the best advice spread, the Hanged Man is pretty much about doing nothing. And I love this depiction of Bumi here. If you have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, this picture makes so much sense for the Hanged Man, which, especially in this deck, I see as doing nothing, purposely doing nothing. But what is my struggle here? Why am I finding it difficult to do nothing? And I have the Three of Coins, which is interesting because this just also popped out of the deck when I was shuffling. But the Three of Coins is about collaboration, doing things together. And maybe I'm finding it hard to do nothing or to sort of calm down because I feel like other people are depending on me. And I'm finding it very hard to separate myself from these people who sort of need me. And in this case, this could be like my coworkers. I'm finding it very hard to sort of detach myself from what I think my coworkers expect from me. So yeah, that is another way that I use reversals. And again, if you are an advanced tarot reader, then I would definitely encourage you to try reading tarot like this, because I feel like it gives a lot more depth to a reading. Yeah, so that is how I read reversals. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions regarding reading with reversals. I feel like I go way more in depth into reading with reversals in my course. I have like a little mini workshop in my course about reading with reversals in case you're interested, and that is linked down below. You can click the link on the screen right now if you want to know my recommended way to learn all 78 tarot card meanings. Subscribe to the channel for more tarot chats, political tarot readings, all that fun stuff. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.